very comfortable, feel good, feel strong like a bull. Why do we care so much? Did I say anything really bad? And you all are left in the dust because you don't put in the work. That's why, right? Who eats a hot dog from the middle? I mean, honestly, you ate it from the middle. That's never happened in the history of hot dog eating. Hopefully you don't run hot against me tonight. Let's play. Stay out of my way.
We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Hell steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going.
Alrighty, it's noon. We got good sleep. Ready to go. All business today. Day 2. 50K over at the Horseshoe. Ooh, that all rhymes, sort of. All right, feel good. Got good sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, get my days. I don't spend any time in this room that I don't have to. Like, as soon as I'm up, shower, go straight downstairs, hang out in the break room. No Beat Saber today. I mean, listen, let's give the woman a break. You know what I mean? It's been a few days. She hasn't been able to crack my score. She's been busy doing stuff, so I'll take a little break, give her a chance to catch up, right? All right, I had a little moment to check in on poker Twitter, and as always, it's pretty much a shit show. One thing that comes up every single year, without fail, always usually around the ladies' events, is these discussions about men and women and poker and all this kind of stuff, and it never ends well for anybody. Everybody looks bad, I think. And the question I wonder is, like, why do we care so much about the reasons why, 95% of the fields are male? Why do we care? Like, do we care as much about why, 92% of romance novels are sold to women, not men? Like, I don't think we spend a lot of time and energy. But most importantly, I want to know, like, why haven't we delved into the fact that in California, okay, approximately 85% of donut shops are owned by Cambodians? Are we just not as good at making donuts? Like, as a white Caucasian, is there something? Is there a barrier for me to get into the donut shop, game? Because and we don't spend any time on this, because I think this is the pressing issue, right? Cambodians own donut shops in California in exorbitant numbers. There's no equality here. Cambodians are just too good at it, and we can't compete. Anyway, I'm not going to add my 2 cents on the whole thing, but I do believe that, listen, men and women are different, okay? We are. It's okay for a lot of different reasons, I think all people from different cultures we're all just different. If you were raised in Russia or you were raised in Australia, you're going to be different, right? Doesn't matter the color of your skin, cultural differences, the ways in which you see the world. If you were born and raised in Japan, you're going to have different views than if you were in Chicago, and just a different way of being. So we have differences based on gender, based on culture, based on location. Some whatever we're obviously biologically different, in some ways. How much effect that has on mental acuity or whatever is debatable, who knows, but who cares, man? I mean, really, just like, who cares, whatever. So, like, I've never saw this as an issue, really. Like, okay, so, you know what? Seems like men like playing poker a lot more than women. Okay. What, does that need to be fixed? I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, like, plenty of women love poker, the ones that do. Some men like romance novels, not a lot. To all, well, I don't have any, what do you call it? I don't have any need to see, like, I don't need to. I don't think that, like, when you look at some things and some things have an imbalance, I don't think that they necessarily need to be equalized in every way, because sometimes it's just it's outside the scope, Of course, I don't even know. I don't think I said anything bad right now, but you'll have some cuckoo people who'll be like, I can't believe you said that. I'm looking back. Did I say anything really bad? I don't know. I wasn't hating on the Cambodians, bro. More power to you, bro. 85% of donut shops in California are owned by Cambodians because they crush. They know how to do the filling. They know how to do the sugar. They put the powder toppings, and you all are left in the dust because you don't put in the work. That's why, right? The Cambodians, they make donuts. It's a joy playing with these gentlemen. The fastest table in the entire tournament. We got Nikki G, we got Chad E, we got Philip, we got Will. Everybody playing super fast. Matthew Ashton would slow the game down, but he ain't here. He's doing his thing. What?
Nobody's playing faster than him right now.
Yeah, that's great. Good to see. What a pleasure. Yesterday we had some long hands, but today we're zipping through them. Day 2, 50K. Okay, we're on 477 after the level, 81 players. Just lost this. Remember I tell you about this line? It's been annoying. Just happened right now. No limit, defend big blind with Jack 9. Comes Queen Jack 5, 2 spades against Matthew Ashton. I check call small. Turns to 9 of spades. I make Jackson 9s. This is where this line that I've been using really works. I bet 1/3 pot. I lead into him. Donk bet. He calls. River is like a 4 of spades. I check. He checks. He has 8s with the 8 of spades. So yeah, but so far so good. I'm very comfortable. Feel good. Feel strong like bull. But really nothing else interesting to report. Check in with Jeremy Ausmus over here, see how his stack is doing. So here's the deal. There's too many games to play dog shit every hand.
You do it every game.
You have to have good cards in this game. You can't dog shit your way through it.
After doubling you up the other day, I learned my lesson.
No more dog shit? You're going to have good cards?
Cleaned up my act.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Atta boy. Get a tongue lashing. Give him a good one. Here we are. There's about, I don't know, 9-10 tables left. They got the soccer on for the people. We got the Omaha 8. We got the Ace, Deuce, Queen 5. We got the Ace, 4, 10, and Jack. Respectable hands, respectable players. Over here we have the Grinder, who plays 1 tournament a year. Just this one. What do you do the rest? What do you do all year? Like sports? Are you a handicapper now? Baseball guy? Huh?
Slots.
Huh? You get handicap tips from that guy on your right, over there. He'll give you the friggin' baseball, football, all the things. Huh? How's your team doing, Ori?
We're in 6th.
Good job, bravo. My team's fucking team stud over here. There's my stud. Look at this fucking guy. Look at that face. He's fucking, this is my stud. No chips.
I might win a bet from you this year.
You might. Not looking good.
Tell your buddy that thing about beating me in every fucking hunt.
You're both on the team, though. You're both on the team.
My teammate.
He can't help it.
He's sucking out to me in every hunt.
All right, off we go. 635,000. We're up to 82 players. It's really slowed. It doesn't look like we're going to get to 100 after all. So here's what they're doing. They're going to stream this thing, which I think is exciting for poker fans. And they've chosen my table to be on the stream table. So we'll be up there on the stream. Oh, how many hands do I have that are really interesting to explain to you? Nothing. I got nothing for you. But yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I promised. If there was something cool, you know me, I share. But yeah, nothing.
I remember that 3 bracelet bet, and I remember how everyone that made it thought it was the freest money available that particular summer. Then Mercier won 2, and suddenly very taut sphincters were milling about.
Oh, and they had to keep him tight for a while. He
Yeah,
won 2
man,
pretty
it was
early.
early.
Yeah. People were walking around puckered up for about a month and a
You
half
know,
there.
there were some people who just cleared their slate and started, you know, anti-sweating Jason, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? You want to try this rancid bologna sandwich I made? Like,
Finding your unluckiest cousin and just paying him to stand behind Jason for a month.
Polar opposite.
the mush.
Yeah. You got to get the mush out.
Eve Sledge, middle pair here, defending his big blind against Negreanu's King 10, which turns into 2 overs and the gut shot.
7.
Now remember, to those of you who are joining us, this is not a final table, but rather a featured table in the $50,000 Poker Players Championship. Day 2 coverage here on PokerGo's YouTube channel. Glad to have you aboard. Chime in. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're rooting for. Keep tabs on the chip counts, synced up with our delay on WSOP.com. Granted, the staff is doing their best to bring you those updates, usually once per break. Tough to kind of do everything in real time.
Make sure you don't pay
Fun
the bid.
turn card here.
He literally wouldn't let me.
Negreanu picks up the double gutter. Chad also picking up a gut shot with his pair, so this will likely go
maybe.
bet call.
I don't even know what game we're on.
I'd imagine.
I want to know how to play. Ideal.
Double gutter draws forward another barrel.
60,000.
Jack of Hearts becoming quite relevant here for Eve Sledge.
How low variance does Chad want to play the no limit portion? of this event. And how low variance does he think Negreanu wants to play? Because this would be a fairly hero-y fold, but one I could see some players making for sure. Wow.
Did you just buy in?
Yeah.
Nice.
Eve Sledge steps away. A little surprised, Jesse?
A little bit. I don't hate it, just because I don't know if Daniel's betting unless he has some piece of the board. And generally some piece of the board means when he doesn't have a better pair, he's got some kind of double gutter, open-ender type of hand, which you're not even doing extremely well against, so.
I sit out of hand.
All right, they moved me off the feature table to join these gentlemen over here. And over here we find this gentleman has been in our fantasy hockey league since 1996.
Never won.
Yeah, but I have. When was the last time I won? Do you remember?
This year?
Yeah, buddy. Cheap thieves. Let's go. No Jack Hughes, no Tim Stutzel. We still did it.
I don't know how you do it.
Oh, baby. I freaking tanked properly. You don't know how to tank. That's your problem.
I
Your
don't
team's...
like tanking. It's boring.
Boo. You got to learn how to tank. Fantasy hockey. There we go, everybody. You say I never talk about it no more, but I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Okay, off to dinner break. We got 705,000. We'll see what the final tally is in a moment here in terms of numbers, but it really slowed down because I thought a lot of people would register too. Off the TV table. It's always, honestly, probably better to not be on there. More comfy. Dinner break. What are we going to do? We're not Beat Sabering. I'm good on that right now. I'm going to make myself some frozen whatever's in that freezer, throw it together, and just probably shut my eyes for a good 20 minutes and relax. So far, so good. Having fun, playing good. What? You being on the feature table with this guy who just showed up?
No. Dude, I just completely random draw.
Hold on, get the cameras rolling. Get the cameras rolling.
I'm rolling.
There isn't a better feature table in this tournament than the two greatest marketers to ever play poker. Phil Hellmuth and the guy that's filming this right now is Daniel Negreanu.
Look at this grub he's got here. He's ready. This is how you know Phil's prepared for a long night. We got more. Hold on. Twizzlers.
About a week ago, relax. About a week ago, Phil Hellmuth tweeted that I thought it was cute at the way that he eats food.
Yeah.
It's adorable. Okay?
It's
There's no one
unique.
that eats a hot dog.
It's endearing.
Chicken finger.
Who eats a hot dog from the middle? I mean, honestly.
Hold on a second.
You ate it from the middle. That's never happened in the history of hot dog eating.
He's extremely unhealthy.
Huh?
He is extremely unhealthy. It's always a hot
What's
dog.
wrong?
It's chicken fingers, Oreos.
Well, what are you eating there, Mr. Frickin' Svelte? You know?
Let's play poker.
Okay, let's play poker. Phil just woke up from a long nap. 4 naps today or 3?
I had 2 naps.
Only 2, okay.
4.
And this is Breakfast of Champions. I know, you were up till late at night.
I had the day off, and I'm like, oh, let me hop in this thing. You know, Daniel, I will say this. The very first hand, I had 20,000 chips. I went down to 670. I thought I was out. 670 chips. I ran it to 6 million.
Damn.
Crazy.
You're running hot. You're running hot. All right. Hopefully you don't run hot against me tonight. Let's play. Stay out of my way.
I'm used to it, so whatever.
Zoom in on that ranch. There you go. All right.
I'm gonna take a smaller bite since we're coming.
That's a small. Yeah, that's a little petite bite. I know how you really eat. Rawr, there you go. Here we go. All right, Jared is paused on the action. It's his big blind. He's waiting because we have the finals of the Stanley Cup right here. 40 seconds left, so he's going to take his time, use his time banks.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't show that stuff because I get in trouble. Trademark. Oh
dear.
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
They're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything?
What are they doing?
You gotta go, you gotta go!
It goes to show you how many Americans love hockey. I don't think anyone's paying attention.
Oh, we're paying attention. You kidding me?
All right, that's it.
5, 4, 3, buddy. That's it. Now you can play your hand.
Unbelievable.
You can play your hand now. Stanley Cup. It's over.
I let you.
All right, 2 levels to go. 636,000. Myself, Hellmuth, Jared, same table. They're gonna put us at the feature. It's hot over there, so it'll probably be hot. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but We'll power through. 2 more levels. We got this. Tranquilo. Slow and steady wins the race.
The thing is, if you have very sound procedures down the streets, you can afford to VPIP higher than what would be expected.
Here comes Jared getting himself in trouble, though. 2-betting a very light hand here, hoping that he's up against just a 3-card low. But Daniel has a sneaky, sneaky good hand here
For
with the
sure.
Wired Kings.
Wired Kings are the absolute medicine. And by the way, choosing to re-raise with specifically wired 3s, which have great blocker effects to low draws and straights, is part of the equation for Jared, who is expecting that, you know, the manner in which this hand has been played, it's more of a low draw than anything else, a low draw which has been acquired on 5th potentially by Negreanu. As we can see, though, he's on the high side, and he expects Jared to be there as well.
Jared's really out on a limb here with just 3s. I mean, the problem for him is that even when Daniel just makes something like a pair of 4s, he's in horrible shape.
Right.
He was really hoping to just kind of pound his way through this hand, but now Daniel's sprung the trap, and I'm a little curious to see what's going to happen. Okay, he's just going to get away
You
from
got the
it.
hook cheap. Could have slow played it longer.
I suppose if you have a plan, like Jared had in this hand, you just have to let it go to any sort of resistance, right?
I guess so. I mean, I suppose he's just thinking that people aren't going to play back at him light.
Kings, buddy, kings.
But that 2-bet on 3rd Street was wildly out of line.
And it really shows the power of having
Because you didn't
the
actually
buried
jack.
kings, right, for Negreanu,
Yeah, but it
because,
wasn't the jack. Shitty pair.
you know, you just have such an unexpected hand with the 6-up that people do things like that. I mean, not that people get out of line like Jared did. but
Right.
They
Yeah, I
play
mean,
as if you have a 6.
Right, even if he just runs into split, if Jared just has split jacks, a totally normal hand to have there. Yeah, he has that in bad
No, let him
shape.
do his thing. He's okay.
But you have the added bonus
gotta
of
put a
Jared
beat on
getting in
him,
there with the
then
Jack
he'll
3-3, which is nice.
That's you wanted to talk, put a beat on him.
And 7 secondary.
Oh boy. We got tomato drops. Oh no.
Food emergency.
We got a tomato drop. Was that a tomato or a little bacon?
Probably hope they missed that one.
Nope, they're not going to miss those. You grab a burger, cameras zoom in.
That was a not so subtle
I don't
needle
care.
by Bleznick, by
Hang
the
on,
way.
guys. Is that the burger?
Zoom in.
Has he gone no upper bun? Is that just a single cheddar cheese slice that he's imprinting his? Okay, and the wipe on the side.
Yeah, where are those hands?
Yeah, I didn't see a napkin anywhere, boys. Did you? Left hand appears on wipe, by the way. So if you do end up with a little bit of cheese on your card, I suspect we all know where the culprit is. You know, one of the more entertaining things that
I do like you, Blez. I'm ready to dance, my friend.
came out
And
of
by dance, I mean have you put it in dead. When it looks like I'm fucking around, you know? I have this way of like looking like I don't have it. Zip, zip, zip. I'll take the double.
came out of this summer's social media streets.
There's no disputing you're the 3rd best no-limit player at this table. There's no disputing that.
Oh, man.
Yes, I just fold Max
It
line.
came from Nick Schulman, by the way, and it
Max might dispute it.
involved Nick
No,
Schulman,
Phil's definitely better than Max in no limit. Max is better than him in PLO for sure.
who was involved in a conversation with the
Everyone's
Blez.
better than me at every game. I'm just lucky.
Jared said to him, honestly, Ivy gave me the best piece of advice I've ever gotten in
I'm
my
just lucky
entire
every
life.
day,
He told me to
Jared.
start doing yoga
That's why
to
I
help
have
with my back.
A 4th,
Nick replied,
a
I said,
12th,
that's
and a
great,
15th
bro.
in the last
Is
5
it helping? Jared replied, I haven't started yet.
Last night I won 4,500. I finished 12th.
Best piece of advice of
Omaha
his
Eight
entire life.
Stud eight, Omaha Eight better.
Really?
I mastered all those games. I just made a mistake.
I'll share a Jared story from earlier today. So earlier this year,
Dude, I made
he
7
won the
final tables in
100K
7 games.
PLO events at Poker Go against
well,
Chidwick
you saw that.
and
I know you should have.
Ike, I want to say,
Okay.
as the 2nd and 3rd place finishers.
He said, "I'm sorry."
And he made a declaration today after playing a few of the high roller no limit
He was
events.
very
I thought I wanted to play with Chidwick and Ike in PLO, but
He
now
said
I
he
realize I
was
really
in
want to
Japan
play
for
with
an
them in no
hour.
limit hold'em.
Really?
He didn't.
Jaredisms.
Look at this turn card, by the way.
Yeah, it's sopping wet as Coleman was the opener.
One more level after this?
Blind versus blind. Negreanu, kings and 6s on the turn to alleviate any potential kicker concerns. Coleman, though, picks up the gutter and the flush draw and barrels once more. 60.
Yeah, this big size makes sense on a very draw-heavy board. And what will Negreanu choose to do with his top and third pair? Going with the just call.
Two players.
Why do we flat? Do we think that there's some frequency with which the opposition draws dead against King 6?
Either dead or very thin. I also think maybe the King of Spades in his hand helps him choose this one as the combo that he slow plays a little bit.
I guess now Max has kind of a good give-up hand.
Yeah, he does have 9 high, which makes it a little bit more enticing to bluff.
If we see a bet, we'll see a huge bet, right?
This one was limp, by the way, pre.
No, not that big.
30,000.
I suggested Coleman had opened the pot. But 12K became 60 and now becomes 130. And this is just going to be.
But I think Daniel's
show me
still
time.
considering a raise. He's
Wow,
never
that's-
considering a fold.
That's an interesting just call. I would imagine Coleman has a number of worse 2 pairs.
I would think so too, especially for that size.
Yeah. Although I guess you could make some arguments that the offsuited 2 pairs don't raise pre-flop very often, or maybe the suited 2 pairs as well.
Good.
I don't.
Since it's a lot of 10-3, 10-deuce type of hands.
Or King 10.
I'd have to look at that hand, but I don't think
No, that's not true.
Max's hand in that size fits exactly on the hand.
12-year-old.
Yeah,
Now, when I was fucking 12 years old,
12 years ago. The old Daniel.
I would have raised the
The
turn.
old Daniel on the turn would just move in.
I would
6
have.
years ago, Daniel figured out that
I would have raised the turn. Like
See, you've been calling there for probably 40 years.
40.
Oh my God.
18.
Raised to 18,000.
Oh, Jared.
Okay, going on break at 824,000. Average is 809, 33 left. A little annoyed with one small spot. It's a really close, tricky spot on 6th against that guy, where I checked the best hand, 2 threes without. It was a close spot where I probably should bet the 6th street card in general, and he just did something weird, so I just checked, and he hit a 4 on the river, made a pair of 4s, because my 3s were good. I had, 3s were winning, and I didn't have a flush draw. Thought he could have a flush draw on some sort of pair, and if he has that hand, I'm behind, so just take the free one. Anyway, he made a pair of 4s. I didn't think I needed to bluff at it, because he had like deuce, 3, whatever. It doesn't matter, but that was a little annoying. It's like 125K pot. Other than that, just, feel really relaxed. It's like another last level of the night. Just, I don't know, oddly calm. Maybe that's a good thing. Just a couple of bums on the rail. Phil, Gus, yours truly. Do you guys remember San Diego?
Fuck. San Diego.
Do you remember when we were in San Diego, the 3 of us played like 4 and 8,000 for 2 days on a piece of paper with $1 chips? And you said to me, you broke your cherry, you said. So what do you mean I broke my cherry? This is the first time I was stuck $1 million. Yeah, but I got out. I got out the trap. What do you mean? You won.
I lost that trip.
No, well, that session.
Lost
That session,
Gus was stuck a lot. You got out too. You both got out.
I got out. I don't think you got out. Huh?
Sad.
It was fun.
That had to be full tilt.
Huh? Yeah. The good old days.
Daniel explaining a very key concept in Stud 8 or Better very well there, which is the 2 competing ideas that he was facing on 5th Street.
How do you feel about that call down on 5th Street?
I might have folded because Dave Rogers had his re-raise on 3rd Street just connects with his board so well there that I just think that it was the best case scenario, and he was already had an open ender with a low and an ace for high outs. It was a close spot. The pot was massive.
Is there any merit to folding on 6th because on 5th you still have a draw to the wheel? The backdoor draw to the wheel, or just a good low in general?
No, because Rogers bricked. So if Rogers had hit another relevant card, then yes. But at that point, when Rogers bricks on 6, that actually helps Negreanu's call down a lot.
Gotcha. Let me rephrase that. Is there any merit to calling fifth with the idea of potentially folding sixth instead of fifth, just to see if you make your low draw?
No, you really need to get sticky on 6th Street.
Sure.
Got you. These multi-way pots in stud 8 are so interesting to me.
They're very tricky to navigate with the dead cards. And by the way, Blez is finally drawing dead in the hand here. He has a very legitimate draw, but he is not going to be happy. And Daniel continues to ascend.
Limit deuce to 7, triple draw, 8-6, perfect. Negreanu surging here late day. Absent Phil Hellmuth, we fight on. Blez cannot make a winner here. Did he just lead?
He did. He probably made an 8. And Negreanu's considering whether to raise or call.
I've been bluffing a lot.
I know, but I mean,
And after this speech, I can't
Does
imagine
anyone bluff
Negreanu's
in this
going to raise.
spot in the history
I
of this
know
game?
you do, but I mean, I beat most of the hands anyway. I was never folding. I was just thinking about it.
Does anyone ever bluff in this spot?
You.
Queen.
I said you're not going to call anyway. 86.
And Blez found a weird bluff.
I was only thinking about raising you, obviously. But I'm like, yeah, Jared's just bluffing. Fuck it. Give me my money.
Queen.
Yeah, it's no good. I'm aware.
Really,
That one I
really
didn't
out
buy.
of
But
line.
You know what's crazy?
no,
You actually, if you raise, I re-raise.
you would have re-raised, Bob. Then I would have been in a tough spot. But I would have called.
Oh my God.
I would have called. I wasn't
I
folding.
told
number 6.
myself no matter what card I got, I was just betting. That's what I told myself. I'm just betting whatever the hell I
Just
get.
lead in because if I have like a jack,
What was your hand?
2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I had number 6. At 8, 6, 4.
I have news for you. I was drawing dead.
I know.
I was
thought
drawing
that.
stone dead.
I actually thought
But
you
I
were
actually
going
had a
dead.
decent. Yeah, I was
But
trying
then I was like,
blowouts.
when you bet, I'm just like, you're bluffing. Forget it. Save time. You're bluffing. That's funny.
Oops.
All right, and it's a wrap on another day. We had fun with Jared. Jared was needling Phil, having fun, bluffing everybody, every hand, you know, doing Jared things. We did our thing. We stayed out of the way, you know. Whatever. I'll fold queen to you. You can have 9-6 offsuit. Do your thing. Going straight to bed, not going home. Very DJing lifestyle. You know, staying in a hotel every night, but that's the plan. We're not going home. Way too late. Back at it again tomorrow, y'all. And don't forget, if you want to watch, check out Poker Go. Get yourself a subscription to Poker Go, and you can watch all the action all the way to the end. Learn a few things about all these games from Jared. Peace, y'all.